NPI.
Hi, on NPI, brought to you by DigiKey and Adafruit, every single week, data user-powered engineering to help you find the new product that's being introduced into the world of electronics. This week it is
Abracon, who made a crystal-included RTC this week. And it's cool because it's small. It has wide voltage range. It works with I2C. Abracon, what's interesting is I saw this and I was like, that's interesting. I know that they made crystals because we use their crystals and oscillators all the time. Like this one, we actually one of every product we use has microcontrollers, and the microcontrollers need a crystal. And Abracon is just a famous crystal supplier. They're very reliable. They have thousands of different options. Like this MP3 decoder chip has a 12.288 megahertz crystal, has to be exact, perfect to decode MP3s. And then right there in the middle above the Adafruit star logo is an Abracon crystal. So this product is, what's interesting is like, since they're so good at crystals, they're probably like, well, why don't we make a thing that uses crystals, which is a real-time clock module. So usually they're sold separately. You get the chip, you get the crystal, but of course Abracon is like, we make crystals, we can just embed it inside. So this is a real-time clock module, which is used when you need to keep track of time, especially when the main power of your computer, microwave, phone, alarm clock goes out. It has a coin battery for backup power, and it can keep track of time even when the main power is cut off. So important things to note is, how precise is it, the power range, how long it can last on a battery. And what's neat about this one is, I didn't put the math in here, it's in the text, is if you look under features, it has high stability 5 plus or minus 23 ppm. So that ends up being about like 2 seconds a day, which is not bad. That's worst case. Best case is about like a half a second a day. So that's pretty good for a real-time clock, especially one that is not temperature compensated. Another thing you can see is under the power ratings, this can do 1.2 to 5.5 volts for logic and power, which is the means you can use it with microcontrollers up to 5 volts, like an Arduino compatible, or a microcomputer that runs from 1.8 volts. All of them work just fine. So like many RTCs, there's an I2C bus. That's how you communicate with it. What I like about this one is it has 4 different power management pins. And so there's VDD, which is the main power for the chip, and that can be 1.2 to 5 volts. And there's also VIO, which means the I2C and GPIO pins have their own logic level shifter. And there's also VBAT, so that's the battery backup for the power, and you can switch over to that automatically. So that's not every RTC does that. And then, of course, built in, you can see the crystal oscillator. You will need a battery to go with this, so you can pick up a coin battery from DigiKey. That will be the backup. You could also use a super cap or a lithium-ion battery. But if you compare, like this is a kind of a classic RTC with the chip and separate crystal, and it gets really big. It's like up to 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. What's nice about this one is it's the size of like what normally is a crystal, 2.5 by 3.2 millimeters. So very compact. You save a lot of space by not needing external crystal. And best of all, it's in stock. They just put them in stock. There's a whole reel available of the part number complete AB RTC X.
I can't really do this week, see, because it's just...
That's okay.
Yeah, my laundry's over there.
The AB RTC. Yeah, but you have a beautiful real-time clock. You know when laundry time is. Is in stock.
We have these atomic modules that someone gave us.
Yeah.
And I want to make a watch out of it.
We will.
I know where they are.
Yeah.
They're in an Altoid tin.
They're in a secret. We're not supposed to have them. For about
I know we're not supposed to have them.
$1.20.
But like, who's going to get them? The atomic police? Anyways, you should buy this thing.
Check them out. These are really good, really tiny, good for small portable projects where space is at a premium.
Thanks, DigiKey.
On NPI.